week 9 video slash power rankings. I've honestly had some technical difficulties over the past hour. I tried to do a couple takes on my phone. It's just completely out of storage, so I can't even record a video on my phone. So I'm on a photo booth on my 25-year-old laptop. The quality is great. The lighting's great. I look really not tired. It's been a really rough stretch for my team. The last 3 weeks, we've been outscored 470.4 to 295.8. I'm on a 3-game losing streak, sitting at 3-5, hanging on to that 7 seed over Jeff somehow. It's been tough. And honestly, looking at my team, I feel like it's not that bad. It's just I whiffed on some of the early picks. Jamar I took at 1 overall. He's still somehow the wide receiver 1 right now with Flacco and Browning. He's been killing it. Brian Thomas Jr. has been terrible. I saw it today. He's had 55 targets this season, 27 catches. Seems impossible. He has a shot here. Travis Hunter recently, I think as of yesterday, got sent to the IR. Could be out for the year, it seems like. I just feel like Brian Thomas has to be better than he's been doing. I think he's talented. There's been something weird going on. I don't know if he's hurt. Bowers I took early, got hurt week 1, tried to play through it, did not pay off. He's coming back this week. Other than that, I just have a lot of guys. I mean, Kyron, sure. Etienne, sure. Hampton was good before he got hurt. Devonta Smith has been sneaky a top 10 fantasy receiver. Egbuka, one of the steals of the draft. Judkins, okay. Team is not that bad. It's just I need that top-end production. We'll see. I've been pretty indecisive. Right now I have Baker starting at QB on bye. I don't know who to drop. There's some good QBs on the wire. I genuinely don't know who to drop to add a QB, so we'll see. That's going to be a tomorrow panic decision. I think I have to be last in the power rankings. I know that sounds a little bit maybe too silly because I don't know if that's really where I belong in terms of just team roster quality, but in terms of just narrative, in terms of vibe, in terms of just team morale, I think we're at the basement right now. We're in the basement. It's a big week, big matchup against Eric. Of course, he gets Lamar back. He has a solid Thursday. I don't hate my team's matchups this week, but dare I say it's a must-win game. Dare I say I don't want to be 3-6 with just not a lot of points for. I don't feel great about it. 7 in the power rankings. It has to be Jeff. I thought about putting Jeff last, but I like his combo of CD and Drake London. Drake's been disappointing. CD's been hurt, but just that upside, I feel like I don't have any pairing of players that kind of contest that. Sure, Jamar, sure, Bowers, maybe he pops off. I feel like Jeff finds the guys that sneak in. Against me, he had Dowdle put up 30. Scadaboo, RIP, put up 30. What a shame that Scadaboo's out for the year, but honestly, it's probably for the best that he has a non-brain injury. That dude's life is not going to end well. I'm glad he sacrificed some years to just put up 30 against me. And then fucking Achan, whatever. That the more time goes by, the more the less I like that trade from Jeff. Achan for Debo, Jackery. An old, already injury prone, but older Debo on a team with Terry. Jackery, he's a rookie running back. They're giving him a shot. He hasn't done a lot for your best running back and maybe even your best player considering CD's been out and Drake's been kind of disappointing. You traded your stud for two guys that you're not even starting this week. I mean, you have a pretty weak starting lineup. Bam Knight, Chase Brown has been struggling. Marvin's been struggling. Two guys you got in a trade for your best player. You're not starting them. And a big matchup this week against Curtis. Kind of feels like Jeff could win. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the trade was a little bit bad. And I think just not a great roster, if I'm being honest, Jeff. But you always find a way. You've been more adaptable the past. I mean, in the league history, you've found ways to win. You've found ways to compete. So I'm not going to criticize you too much. But I think your team's kind of shit this year. At 6, it's got to be Tree. He's been at the bottom of the standings pretty much all year. But his team's better than that. His team's clearly a step up from mine and Jeff's. We got James Cook. We got Derrick Henry, Pickens, McBride. A.J. Brown's been not great and now hurt. Pittman, Keenan Allen. I mean, a lot of guys that have been contributing. Daniel Jones might be the QB ad of the season. Strange roster construction tree. 3 defenses you're rostering, all in the top 7. Okay. 3 quarterbacks, Jordan Love, Stat Padford, Daniel Jones. Like, you probably don't need all these guys, but whatever. You know, we could talk again about the trade with Nim. Tree gave up Saquon, Brees, Devontae Adams for Jalen Warren, Derrick Henry, Pickens. It's not bad. It's certainly not a bad trade. I probably would rather Saquon, Brees over Jalen Warren, Derrick Henry at this point. And then it's like Pickens, sure, was great with CD out. I don't know what he's going to do for the rest of the year. I mean, he's been consistent to his credit. He's been solid. But that's a tough trade. Dunze I like a lot. I have him in my dynasty. I don't trust Caleb at all. I think Caleb's actually a bad quarterback. Every time I see him, he looks terrible. There's a lot of upside here, and I think you're going to make I think there's potential for you to kind of rise above some of the other bottom teams, but we'll see how it goes. I think Tree's at 6, and Tree brought up a good point in one of his videos. I don't think any team is like that great. I think everyone has a shot. I'm just telling myself that to not give up on this year, but I think there's some truth in that statement. Just looking through the teams, Tree's team is solid, right? Like, you match this up against anyone, it's like pretty even. At 5, I think it has to be Curtis, and he might want to be higher. I feel like he's been in the top chunk of the standings for the whole year, but now he's at 4-4, right in the middle. And there's just a lot of guys that I don't like. I mean, Alv kind of felt like this year was going to be the start of the end. Travis Hunter now on IR. Mixon, just no sign of Mixon coming back at all this year. Chuba has been taken over from Rico Dowdle, it seems. Then you have this kind of mishmash. DK Metcalf, okay. Nico, okay. Bijan, sure, he's a stud. Javonte Williams has been great. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's a solid team. I mean, obviously it's been winning games, but it's like, is it better than my team? Probably a little bit as a whole, but I don't know. I just feel like you kind of fit in right in the middle here. It feels like it's a big matchup this week against Jeff. If you lose to Jeff, you'll both be 4-5. It's like, all right, I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, Curtis going to Japan. Probably going to watch this in the airport tomorrow morning or on the plane. I don't know. Yeah. I think 4 now has to be Eric. And Eric, I feel like a lot of his teams over the past few years have been kind of the same vibe, like taking risks on older guys, maybe hurt guys. You know, took a early flyer on Rashi Rice this year, who's been solid to start. He's played 2 weeks. He's looked great. But you lost Tyreek Hill for the year. You lost James Conner, two kind of older guys that, you're not shocked. Obviously, Tyreek's was more of a, I don't know. Kind of just, an older team. You have McCaff leading the way. Vidal has been a nice little add on the Chargers. My guy Hampton's out. Vidal's taken over that backfield. Olave, Genty, whatever, has probably been a little disappointing. You took him in the second round, 9th overall. He's had one really good week. Other than that, he's been kind of just doing it. Nothing special. But I think the fact that you're 5-3, you've lost 2 clear starters, that deserves some credit. And yeah, you're in the mix, and I think you're probably going to beat me this week. So I'm not throwing the GG, but we'll see. At 3, Danny Ainge himself, Nim. And to Nim's credit, he's been sending me pretty reasonable offers, and I'm a little bit afraid to pull the trigger. Not because of his offers being bad or anything. I don't know. I get too committed to my guys, and maybe I need to make a splash to be relevant. But Nim's been wheeling and dealing. Like we talked about his trade with Tree. He gets Saquon, Breece, Devontae, then flips Devontae, Gibbs, Tucker Kraft, and Josh Allen to Joe for JSN, who's currently wide receiver 2, and who's the other guy? Jacobs. Yeah. Pretty good trade. I mean, I think seeing all those names, it's hard to kind of process it in the moment. And Joe got a lot of depth from that trade. I mean, Tucker Kraft's the tight end 1. Obviously, Josh Allen's a stud. Gibbs, Devonta. I mean, I think Joe got better from that trade, and I think Nim got kind of what he needed from that trade. I think getting Saquon and Breece from Tree kind of elevated Nim's running back game. He adds JSN, who's been a stud. It's like, you have a great little core. Lad's been playing better. I think this is kind of a clear tier break. I think these 3 top teams kind of seem like a little more refined at this stage. Nim's 3-5 though, But yeah, I think Nim's done a great job just making moves. But yeah, I think something to watch out for. Breece Hall could get traded. It seems like, I don't know what's going to happen. The Jets just do weird things, but we'll see. I think Breece's landing spot could influence some things. You still have some depth there with Josh Jacobs, Tracy on the Giants, and Saquon. He's been disappointing, but obviously popped off last week, so we'll see if he's going to have some more performances like that. Kind of feels like he will. But yeah, at 2, he's going to want to be 1, but I'll put Pat. And just looking at Pat's team, it's kind of similar to last year's championship winning roster. It's pretty shallow. It's pretty, not crazy appealing just looking at it. But then you see, okay, Mahomes has been the quarterback 1, annoyingly. Jonathan Taylor's put up about 40 points per game. Amon-Ra is a stud. Jake Ferguson has been really good consistently. Bucky Irving is solid, but was hurt. So it's like, those are the big names. My computer's just not working right now. It's just like refreshing me out of your team, Pat. I have an iMessage popped up, just I think after week 1, where Pat said, try to find it. My team is projected to get like 15 less than everyone, LOL. What the fuck is going on? My laptop's having a meltdown. Trying to find it. Pat essentially said his team was bad. He had no studs after a slow start. But it's like, Taylor's obviously a stud. Amon-Ra's obviously a stud. He's gotten enough done where he's been consistently at the top of the standings. He has full fab left. I spent $0 on fab. But it's like, it's a pretty shallow team. I mean, the bench right now, not looking great. I don't know. Solid team. Solid starting lineup. Just not to be that guy, but I mean, DeAndre Swift is currently in your starting lineup. He's out tomorrow, so you need to add a running back. The wire is pretty thin, so we'll see how that goes. But that's how Pat operates. He's going to add someone at like 12:45, and he's going to get 45 points and just, find a way to win. So all of this means that number one, it's got to be Joe. I think the multiple trades has made him better. I mean, the Jeff trade is killer, getting Achane. I mean, you have Justin Jefferson, who's been a little bit disappointing. Right now, Jefferson's his 5th highest ranked receiver, behind Pookie, Devontae, Sutton, and Waddle. That shows you how deep he's been. Jaden Daniels has been hurt and kind of disappointing. You have Jaden Daniels and Josh Allen. Like, come on. Gibbs. I mean, a solid team. I think clearly the best team right now, and the team I would least likely want to play. But we're just so far away from being anywhere near the playoffs. I'm not feeling great. This is a long ass video. Well, anyway, if you made it to the end, be sure to like, share, subscribe with your friends. Yeah, my team's been bad.